Hello, beautiful souls. I felt the need to come on here, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but I wanted to talk a little bit today about absorbing energies that are not ours, absorbing energies that create anxiety and create stress within ourselves that actually are not ours, or possibly are something that we are hypothetically creating a situation that we are creating fear and anxiety around that hasn't even happened yet and that probably won't happen. And the ironic thing is, the more energy we put into those hypotheticals, the more vibrational energy we're putting into them to actually manifest them. So, ironically, we manifest out of fear. So, on that, I just felt like I needed to reach out and maybe share this with someone that might need to hear it. That I personally, in the last week, have been absorbing energies, have been feeling really anxious, I've been feeling anxiety and tightness in my chest and different kind of things. And instead of really, I got wrapped up a couple of times, but instead of getting like super wrapped up in them, I'm trying to step back and look at what it is that's triggering me, and to really figure out, one, if that's my actual stress, and two, if it's actual something that is being projected onto me to be fearful of, or maybe I'm creating. Um, a simple example is if so I know that, with a lot of the politics and everything going on, there's a lot of parents that are, worried about kids going back to school, and whether or not they're going to be opening for that, virtual learning or not, or whatever the case might be. There was a lot of um, comments going around on Facebook today that I realized that after hearing the governor and after hearing different things, there was a tightness in my chest and an anxiety in my chest. And I realized that a lot of that was unnecessary. When I was younger, I used to get really worked up about things. I would get, if somebody told me, even if you called, for instance, Verizon and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you," I would get so, like, flustered at the fact that they couldn't help me. And nowadays it's more of like, "Oh, can I speak to somebody above you to see if, and the more that I'm able to process these emotions. And for instance, today I realized that I started feeling extremely, extremely anxious and extremely worked up. And then realize, for instance, in this case, this might be somebody else's fear. They're getting fear put on them and stress put on them. So therefore, they're trying to put fear and stress on someone else below them, and they try to do the trickle effect. There has to be a space where you turn around and say, "You know what? I understand what you're going through, but that is not mine." Like, we can be compassionate towards other people, and we can be understanding, and we can be supportive without taking on that actual problem, the anxiety, the stress, or any of that, like completely taking it onto ourselves. So I just wanted to put that out there, that, we need to take a step back in some of our emotions and figure out, is this someone else's stress, or is this something that we're stressed out about, something that might happen in September? Well, guess what? September's not here, and a lot can change, and there's a lot of free will, and we're able to manifest the things that we need. So it's almost like you don't want to put that stress on the back burner, but basically saying, "You know what? That's not something that's a priority today, and that's not something that I really need to be even entertained about right at the moment." Getting caught up in those comments on Facebook, I find myself every once in a while getting caught up, and then I have to take a step back and say, "That's drama. That drama's not mine, and I don't need to get caught up in it." Um, and so I just needed to put that out there. I feel like somebody needed to hear that, and I truly hope it helps somebody. Love you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll be in touch. Love you. Remember that you're enough. Please stop being so hard on yourself. I've done enough of that this week on myself, and I'm learning not to do it. So love ourselves unconditionally, know that we make mistakes, and have a beautiful weekend.